So our job as the OOST GC, which James Lavelle, who's a staff member at the Vietnamese Friendship Association, called us, the out-of-school time grant committee, was to select finalists. There were 62 applicants, and we narrowed it down to the final two, Summer Search and VFA. We were looking for high-quality after-school programs that offered year-round programming to low-income and disadvantaged students, and not just programs that kept kids busy and out of trouble after school, but ones that helped them advance in their academic performance, aided their social and emotional needs, offered their parents a chance to be involved if their parents could and were willing, and built stronger communication and ties among their peers and within their communities. There were 11 other people on the committee with me, and I think I saw Chris and John Ensline and Tim Shopman tonight, and I wanted to thank them for this experience. A key part of the experience for me as a grant committee member serving on the out-of-school time committee was the collaborative grant-making process. I learned as much from the people that I served with, from the questions they asked, from their thoughtful observations, from the things that gave them pause, from the research they were willing to do, as I did from any of the research or anything that I undertook by myself. Our experience as a collective grant committee was that sometimes organizations come along that connect you with the soul of your community. And that was our experience as we looked and researched and learned more about Summer Search and VFA. They opened our eyes, they sparked our imagination, they rekindled our sense of energy and possibility, and they grounded us in a place in new ways. They did that because they exhibited that they were open to learning and evaluation and an SVP partnership. They sparked our imaginations with their clear sense of what they were doing and how they wanted to get there, even if they didn't have everything they needed to do that yet. They rekindled our energy. They helped us see new possibilities for the students they served, their communities, and their SVP volunteers. And they were grounded. They were realistic about their strengths and their weaknesses. They got what capacity building is about. They were focused and willing to make tough decisions. And lastly, they were small organizations with very big hearts. A couple specifics about Summer Search, and Mike alluded to some of them. This is a chapter, a local chapter of a national organization, and as such, it will be a new model for SVP. We'll get to work with a local entity, but it responds to it's part of a larger network. It's a highly focused mentoring program. It takes low-income sophomores, and it takes them through a rigorous 2-year program to get them ready for college. Right now, it works with students from 22 high schools in King County. And one of the things that we were really struck by is their approach in selecting students. They select students with 3 core characteristics: their ability to engage in reflection, to look inward and make connections, their movement towards altruism and service to others, and their ability to perform with passion and tenacity to succeed. And Mike said this earlier, but I think it bears repeating. The program really produces results. 100% of their students in 2008 graduated from high school. 100% of the students they accepted into their program. 97% of them matriculated to college, and 93% of that 97% were first-generation college students. And just to put this into perspective, 50% of low-income youth drop out of high school. And low-income students with A averages apply to college at the same rate as high-income students with D averages. Summer Search is really moving kids to a different place and helping them see the world through very different lenses and with a very different sense of possibility. VFA, the Vietnamese Friendship Association. Wow. Okay, so this organization offers opportunity to strengthen the acculturation and overall success of Vietnamese and Vietnamese American youth in King County, which there are about 7,000 overall right now. It also offers all of us, the opportunity to develop a culturally competent model with the potential for expansion into other sites in King County and replication perhaps across other cultural communities over time. We were blown away by how strong and motivated and receptive their leadership was, from their ED, Boo Lee, to the program staff, to their board members, of whom 4 showed up at our site visit. We found it significant that so many other funders, United Way, the Gates Foundation, the City of Seattle, the Nonprofit Assistance Center, to name a few, expressed and shared our sense of support and their sense that VFA is poised for really significant growth. And lastly, we were really struck by the rich opportunities that VFA would offer SVP for hands-on partner engagement. So I think in summation I'd say that if there were two things I was really struck by, that our committee was struck by as we looked at these two organizations, they were this. We were excited about how ripe these organizations are for change, how receptive they are to the type of help that SVP can offer, and how open they were to laying out their strengths and their weaknesses and vulnerabilities. And just as importantly, we were excited about the opportunities these organizations provide for SVP to grow and to become more culturally diverse and serve culturally diverse constituencies, if you were kind of a reverse capacity building. And we wanted to acknowledge that both organizations would have as much to teach us as we might ever hope to share with them. Thanks.